Alright, so let's have a little talk out here in the woods. I went swimming for 45 minutes. That felt nice. The pool kind of sort of got closed down, but not really. And I was like, fuck it, 45 minutes is enough. You know, and I guess let's start with that. You know, just continuing. This is what, third, fourth video? I don't know. We've been talking about the fan and how it doesn't work and how it's spiraling me into the depths of despair. And how it's not about the fan, but, you know, it's kind of nice that we finally get to talk, or I finally get to talk about this, you know, these sort of things. But yeah, it was a nice little swim. I've been wanting to do more of an hour a day instead of 30 minutes. 45 is good enough, whatever. And I haven't come out to any of these big parks in a long time. You know, I don't think I've ever regretted coming out here. You know, it was kind of raining 2 minutes ago, but even then, who cares, you know? I got a nice backpack, waterproof. This stuff isn't gonna get too wet. And yeah, this is one of those typical moods. Hello. Where, yeah, it's just this seemingly banal thing just, you know, makes me absolutely despairing. Because again, it's not about the fucking fan. It's about the realization that, oh, even this fucking thing doesn't work and I have nothing else to fall back on. You know? It used to be like this when I ran the business, you know? Some little thing, or the site was down, oh my god, it's going to be the end of the world. And now, you know, I was kind of saving money then and that sort of stuff. And again, it's not a bad, I mean, the good side of it is, you know, shit actually might get done. But I feel like crap. And these things don't matter. Well, you know, I mean, how many people, you know, install fans and stuff, you know? It's like, this is not, but, I don't know. It's just annoying, you know? It's annoying that there's no one to fall back on, you know? There's no one to talk to, you know? About, yeah, the military school stuff. No one who, it's like most people, again, as we talked about, you know, the Dr. Phil comments, we talked about that, you know, maybe last video or so. It's like most people just, they just go along, and that's fine. It's the Chinaman stuff. Remember, there's Chinamen on the other side of the world. I don't care what they do. It doesn't bother me, but we're my people, you know. And then, you know, people mention, oh, Molyneux, right? Talk to Molyneux. Well, did that video a couple of days back, and it's like, well, yeah, better than nothing, but it just didn't go far enough, you know. I had some better things to talk about in my head when I was swimming, and even now, and on camera, it's a little more awkward, I guess, but you know, at least I'm putting this out there. You know, it's that total despairing, what's the point mood. And you know, whatever next little success we have, I'll feel a little better once this fan thing is resolved. You know, I could take a video of the fan, post it some places and say, is this like normal? Is this how some fans work? Is it that specific kind of motor? And it's like, oh, what a fucking hassle for one fucking little thing like that, you know. You know. You know, and it's like, is the hassle worth it? You know, is there any? And that's the problem, is all this hassle and, okay, I still have nothing worthwhile. Yeah. God damn it. It's like, I don't know, is it the guy? The other stuff he did okay on, but was it installed wrong? Is it just the motor that's a little louder than it should be? And, you know, the few people it would bother. You know, is it that I'm just, it is louder. I mean, I don't think that's disputable. You know, I've stood under the other two fans and you can barely hear the motor, right? So it's like, you know, and okay, break it in, do it for a few days. Maybe I get used to it, I doubt it, you know. But it's like, yeah, I can see it's not a fucking disaster, right? Like, okay, we'll figure it out. Or if we don't find, just the box fan's fine. How ghetto, but who cares, you know? But it's like, even this one little thing, I you know. But again, we're at least talking about despair. We're talking about this, and you know, if I didn't think there was any hope left, I wouldn't be making this, you know. I mean, I don't think there is much, you know, with the greater than or equal to zero hope, then that any of this is going to work out in my favor. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. So I was talking about the trains and the airplanes, right? So, you know, people have a kind of conformist path, 9-to-5 job, it's all fine, whatever, you know. You know, my parents spanked me, and that was great. I turned out fine. That sort of attitude, just kind of conformist down the line on a lot of things. Again, fine, who cares? Go do your own thing. You know? But I was drawn towards dropping out of college, starting my own business. And again, even that was sort of a distraction because, you know, I sort of wanted independence from my parents. I wanted independence from other people, I think, deep down. And, you know, it's a good foundation, but there's nothing to build on it, you know. Where are the other people? You know. And yeah, it's just, you know, it's what's the point? That's really the mood. I really can't. Yeah, and again, even today, there's glimpses of, okay, maybe it can be better. And, you know, cognitively, you know, we've been here a million times before. So it's not that it gets better, it's the mood does change and shift. And it's starting to rain a little bit. And, you know, one day at a time, because I think part of what set me off here, you know, is, I'll do some kitchen stuff, I'll prepare in case, and that gets overwhelming, because first of all, I don't need to do it now, and it's just too confusing, and then we'll do the air vents in the sunroom, and then the seal, and it's like, it should have been done the first time, you know, but it wasn't, so, I don't know. And the other part of it is, because I don't have anything to do, I don't think it's merely just busy work. You know, these are things I would need. I need a fan in the room and, you know, a box fan. Can we do a slight upgrade from there? I don't think it's that much busy work of me pretending to do stuff. And, you know, it would be nice to be, all right, well, we got the caulking done. I got the caulking done. I'm still, it's a weird thing because it is a small thing, but I'm still sort of proud of it. It's like, yeah, I did that. Even with the electrician thing, okay, I called somebody, I got most of this stuff done, but this goddamn motherfucking fan, you know, and you know, is it me? Am I going crazy? Am I just picking up on things that don't matter? But I don't know. Again, the other fans don't bother, or at least there's other wobbly issues with one of them. But in terms of the sound, the motor, no, it's not there, you know. And even if it's there, is it my insanity? It's Saturday and no one's here. That's amazing. You know, I even called before I came because I checked the website. I'm like, hey, you know, because they say, well, on Fridays, Saturdays, you know, there's a lot of people here, and we might have to close the gates or something, you know, to not let everybody. It's like, well, all right, no one's here, so. What was I talking? Yeah, I got to distract myself from the idiocy of the whole fan issue. God almighty. you know. And then I have the air vent thing to look forward to on Monday, which is like, is that gonna work? You know, like it is a sun, and today it was actually, it's still sort of warm, but because it's not raining, or because, well, it is raining right now, but because it's not sunny, the room actually isn't that much hotter, you know. I didn't even have the little box fan on, and it still wasn't that bad. How many minutes here? 10 minutes, that's amazing. You know. You know, even with that, it was a very small difference. But, and it's like, I gotta have these small little victories around the house to sort of feel, you know, like I'm just, I don't know, to feel something, I guess. But, and then when one of these things doesn't work, then it's the end of the world. And, yeah, it is. Is it really that hard to ask for a working fan? You know, that it's like, you know, and then I buy another fan, and then another, it's a, Jesus Christ. No, but again, we can, it doesn't have to be done tomorrow. We can do it slowly, and it's annoying, but what else, you know? I mean, if I want to at least get, I can't get the cost of repair back, but not that it matters anyways, but let's rain a little more. You know, I got soaked walking around the neighborhood a few times. This might be one of them. Oh boy, this is not waterproof, but I don't think it's gonna rain that much. It ended the other time as well. You know? Yeah, the one time I want to talk, it's raining, of course. Yeah. That's fine. Whatever. But yeah, it's just... yeah. Yeah, I mean... You know, it's like most people just seem to find some purpose, or they just go along with things or something, and here I am, you know. You know, here I am with no purpose, no meaning, nobody. And you know, yesterday, I'm 33 now, by the way, okay? Yesterday, I ran a mile. I measured it on GMAP pedometer, you know, 5:58. 5:58. Under 6 minutes. Now, I'm not going to the Olympics with that, but that's pretty good. Under 6 minute mile, it was like 90-something degrees even in the afternoon. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was pretty hot yesterday, and again, even at 5. So, you know, I've remarked before, I'm not a terrible guy, you know. You know, I'm not a terrible guy at all, and it's like, where's anybody, you know? You know, I keep in shape, you know, but who wants to talk about the military school incident, you know? And it's like, okay, you know, all those material things, you know, it's nice to run a business, make a little bit of money, save a little bit, but, and then what? Okay, so let's say I even find people. It's like we're gonna sit around for, what, 30, 40 years, 50 years, and do what, right? I mean, I guess if there's more people around, great. Maybe other people are doing things, but it's just this, I don't know. I mean, for step one, you know, that doesn't even exist, you know? It's so fleeting that you would even see something like, you know, military school incident. And that's it. If you look at like political campaigns, Trump or Bernie Sanders in 2016, it's like people just kind of flock to that. It's like, where's the flocking? right? And again, that's the good enough stuff, right? Is people like Molyneux did put out a lot of good stuff about family stuff, lots of good books on it. And it might be confusing because the book we read was from a psychiatrist I don't particularly like, but there have been some decent books by psychologists, and maybe we'll get to it. But that's the point. Why read these things? Those books are good enough. They didn't make a fucking difference. Contrast that with things that get tons of people behind them like that. You know, what more can I add to any of this? What more can I add to where it's like there's a group of people who I'd want to be around or something, just period. Never mind even what are we doing 5 years from now or what purpose there is to any of this, but just, and then this isn't exactly the most charismatic, lovely thing either, This is a pretty bitter sort of mood, but that's the truth, It's like, go be yourself. Well, here we are. Here we are. I guess this is why nobody came, is there must have been a forecast of some rain. Yep. This is still going strong here, so. Whatever. I don't know. Let me wipe it a little bit. Well, let me not press any buttons, but is there any? It should be fine, whatever. 16 minutes. So it's just, these are the things my mind's churning through, and maybe that's it, Maybe that's, I just keep yelling about this, and because we did that one little chapter, one little page, the one page of Ned in one of the videos. I think I just uploaded that last night, But again, it's what's the point of doing any of this? There have been people who've done it better, who have more passion, charisma. I'm a bitter guy, I guess, because I see that it's all pointless, or that's most likely, So it's hard to have the passion, And yeah, I have passion for Guerrero. I did. If you read it, I think you can tell. Guerrero.com. Yeah. It's just this endless rumination where I talk about how I can't talk. And again, maybe that's how it goes, And maybe these little daily frustrations are good. I should sabotage any repair efforts around the house, so I get so frustrated I start talking more, right? That sort of thing, 558 Mile, and the one hill in the Houston area seems to be located there as well, so there's a nice incline there. Again, I think I may have mentioned, I probably want to find a real racetrack, or is that what it's called? I've never been a runner, I'm more of a swimmer. Kind of ran every once in a while for dry land or something, but never on a team or something. But if there's a track, just a track, I guess, yeah. Oh, by the way, just to be a name dropper about college preparatories, there's like some white senior, not citizen, but like high school. And he's like a fast white guy. And generally it's blacks who are better at running, right? And so not only is he white, he's also really young. Same school, by the way, yeah. I guess, 15 years apart? Yeah, I graduated, 04, I guess, yeah. 15 years. And again, it's just, what to show for it. And, did well. I think about this stuff. I read lots of books. But, it's at that precipice of, what the fuck was the point of all of this, There's a lot of material, I think a lot of material to go through. 19 minutes, okay. No, it's good. I mean, it's part of it's like, oh, well, are people going to like this? Or, sorry people watching this. If you've made it to 19 minutes, yeah, I'm sorry for you too, I'm sorry to hear that. But I can't keep this inside. I mean, again, that part of it is, yeah, okay, there's stuff out there that's good enough, and that's a good indication that, this is probably pointless and suicide, right? But, again, billions of people, it's the numbers thing again, it's the numerator denominator thing. Okay, so, but you have, billions of people. I don't need many, again, just a few. Just let's talk, right? And I said, I'm not such a bad guy. I could, I'm athletic. Did a business well, and I was kind of I won't say lying, but I didn't quite reveal myself, and maybe that's the trick. I doubt again. And that's it. That's welcome to my mind of ruminating about the same 6 things with a couple topical tangents. Christ almighty, And it's stuff is okay. So stuff is good enough out there. It didn't work. Guerrero thing didn't work. What more can I add? What more can I add? It's just really frustrating. I just, this, talking about, not talking about. That's the great leap forward we can do. Is simply, bitch and moan about how I can't, have any passion for anything. But with the small hope that maybe. But, it just seems so hopeless. It does. It really, really does. Again, to go back to the Molyneux stuff. Do we have time? 22. Yeah, we'll round it up. And I kind of forget what I talked about, so I'm going to repeat everything, and that's fine. You just have to bear with me. Some of the early stuff, read some of the podcasts that dealt specifically with family relationship stuff. That was really good. And what came of it? Is there an address I can show up at and say, hey, I kind of agree with this stuff. What's next? Is there anything like that? No. It's sort of on the down low. It's sort of, some people, there doesn't seem to be a huge demand for it. And is there some beeping here? Okay. And I just can't seem to find a normal worth living for, With the business I was chasing, it was good. It was fun to do it. The money was different. Again, the trains and railroad, or trains and planes, I wanted to do my own thing. I did my own thing. Like a plane, 3-dimensional all over. Not like I said, train. But got some deer, could be hogs or some kind of deer, who knows. What was I talking about? I do distract myself quite a bit. Well, it looks like deer, I think. Or I don't know, who knows. Relatively far away. I don't know. It's just, it's just, people get married, they have kids, they do this, and they're okay with it. And it's just like, I'm not. I'm sitting here. What's next? What more? I ran a business, and it's a great high, make a bit of money, do new things, and it's like, yes, I'm in control, I'm in charge. Feels great. And then what's next? well, I wanted to start some new, oh yeah, this is what I was getting at. Well, we'll see. You know, wanted to start some new businesses, and it's just, you know, I want to work with some people who are at least kind of similar. This was like, what, 10 years ago now. And, yeah, even then I was looking for some like-minded people, you know. It's just not, you know, a sort of family of choice, so to speak, you know. But that didn't work. And then, okay, fine, that's not going to work. The original business, you know, the Antcon Arcade, okay, we can't make that better. You know, because first it was, let's make something totally different. Then let's make, okay, fine, lowered expectations, okay, that doesn't work. Okay, fine, Guerrero, it's a bit more meaningful, it's a bit more interesting, it's open-ended, it's the airplane stuff, it's completely, you know, I wouldn't say totally uncharted or something. I use a lot of people's work and footnotes and stuff, but, you know, it's different. It's not your typical thing of, you know, I'm going to go take a sabbatical for my successful business, and, you know, I'm going to go write a fucking manifesto about how, you know, yeah, you know, go read it. Let's go throw a ball around, right? Yeah. Yeah. 26. Well, so funnily enough, you know, just to end on the airplane stuff, yeah, landing an airplane or crashing one, I don't know. But this is pretty open-ended. This is pretty uncharted. This is not a set train from A to B. So I guess it's right up my alley. But yeah. Yeah. It's tough.